This is What If Naruto Was Adopted by Bon, Part 2. Haven't done this one in a while, and basically, you guys seem to really have liked this. I'm gonna try to bring it back. Let's get into it. So, basically, Naruto is going to, like, in the last part, he ended up going against Kakashi and all that, and him and Sasuke, it resulted in him actually getting the bell. Now, the Tazna arc, aka the Land of Wave arc, is coming up. Bon would like to come along, and he requests to the third Okage himself if he could come along. And I believe the third Okage would actually grant this, just to see how it goes along. See, Bon does have an attachment to Naruto, and he wants to see how well Naruto goes and how well he progresses. After all, he's actually been teaching Naruto in the past how to actually unlock his ability, and his ability is quite similar to Bon's. The only difference being that he can snatch chakra and give it his own power. When Bond snatches mana or whatever that is, and he ends up taking the magical abilities for himself. He can't do that out here because this is chakra, so it's resulting in he doesn't have that magical ability, but he's still immortal. Now, they're going to be strolling along, basically how it is in canon. And I was also told that Bon is 6'11", so he's going to look like a giant. Just right there, he's going to be quite intimidating to people. Now, they're going to be strolling along, and the Demon Brothers are going to be coming in. And right before they can ever even react, I believe Bon would have taken care of them just by basically resulting in him just taking two of their chains right there. Would probably get stabbed through the back of his chest and look like he's dying. Naruto would just shrug it off and just laugh as everyone else is just staring at him in like horror as he's puking out blood, and then he just turns around, grabs his chains, and yanks them towards him, and he grabs them by their necks and proceeds to choke them till they're unconscious. Now, everyone's surprised as they say, how are you not dead? Then they look at Bon and realize that his wounds are already healed. Don't worry about it. See, I have this ability where I can't die. I'm basically immortal. Everyone's astonished by this, other than Naruto, of course. Now, they're going to question the Demon Brothers, of course, and I think in the process, it's going to result in them getting a little bit more information and be informed about Zabuza and how he's actually pursuing them. So they're going to be on guard for that. Now, when Zabuza actually attacks, he's going to throw the sword. Bond's going to, of course, probably have seen it, but he's going to let it go just by him, of course. And he actually wants to see Naruto go against Zabuza first. So he asks Kakashi to send Naruto there. Kakashi informs him that this is actually a high level criminal. This would be quite hard for them. And he says, if it gets really tough, I'll interfere. Now, Naruto's going to see this as his opportunity, and he decides to rush in. He pulls out his pole and actually starts doing long range attacks, and he orders Sasuke to go in for inner attacks. Sasuke is reluctant to actually take orders from Naruto, but he basically bites his pride and goes in there. So Sasuke's rushing in and he's using attacks right there. And Naruto's at the moments that Sasuke backs up to avoid a hit, he throws in a long range attack, basically causing Zabuza to get tripped up at the smallest point in times. He has to be almost perfect in order not to get hit once. Now, then Naruto decides to switch. Alright, I'll attack from the front. You go backwards, Sasuke. Sasuke listens. He jumps back. Naruto rushes in full power. Then he starts to actually drain Zabuza's chakra. Zabuza begins to feel a little weaker. How is he draining it? Well, that's because of my ability, Naruto would just straight say. See, he's not one for hiding his abilities, kind of similar to Bond. You see, I can steal your power and I can make it my own. Granted, if I steal too much power, I could overwhelm myself and it will be just too much for me. But I'm more or less able to handle it. I have a high capability for this. Zabuza swings down his sword, but he's actually losing so much strength that he's starting to not be able to hold his sword. He ends up dropping it, but Naruto picks up the sword and ends up swiping downward, and Zabuza barely is able to dodge it. Naruto kicks the sword towards Zabuza. Zabuza dodges it again, and it goes stabbing into a tree. As this happens, Naruto rushes forward with a pole and actually begins overwhelming Zabuza. No problem. Then Zabuza kicks back Naruto, and more or less let some of his bloodlust out. Ha, kid, you're actually starting to make me have to try. I like this. And as he's about to stab Naruto with a kunai, and this would be a fatal blow, Bond steps in and takes the hit with his hand, grabs and ends up grabbing Zabza by his throat and slams him to the floor. Huh, this is interesting. Zabza spits out blood. How? How did you do that? You got here so fast. And at your size, too, that's incredible. More or less, Bond just shrugs it off. Yeah, I understand. I'm pretty strong. But hey, I saw you were trying to kill my friend here. I'm not gonna let that fly. Your friend is remarkable, but this is a battle to the death after all. Is that so? Bond says, as he brings down, as he actually, I believe, would use his pole and probably kill him right there. He would end up killing Zabza. Now, it was so fast that Haku couldn't react in time. Now, Haku honestly would probably be in so much disbelief, he would actually throw Zenbone and actually just try to get Zabza's body out of there. I don't know if he would seek revenge or not. He doesn't seem like the type to actually seek revenge in this scenario unless he would be pushed towards it. So I'm going to say he doesn't. I would say he would mourn and not know what to do in his life. Now they're going to go and they're going to end up finishing the bridge and all that. It's just going to basically be resulted in the exact same way, except Naruto and everyone else is going to stop the Gato and his men easily, no problem. Like, they're not even going to have any strain because they already recovered from all their injuries, and Kakashi never even had to rest, so they could train for the chakra thing much better. Now they're going to get back to the Leaf Village, and that's going to be the end of this part. Yes, it was kind of short, but I wanted to make it a little shorter today, and I did end up using a new editing style, as you can see, and this is going to be a shout out. Like, I'm going to be posting on the community tab the guy who actually taught me how to use all this. So if you guys could please go and check out his Instagram once I post on the community tab, that would mean a lot, honestly, because this guy helped me out a lot with this. And if you guys like the way this is looking, then you should definitely thank him by following him on Instagram. Thank you guys for watching. Hit the like button, subscribe, and turn on post notifications.